What's up, guys? Welcome back. As promised, we've got this gameplay here. Detroit Tigers versus the Cleveland Indians. 5-5 Tigers against the 3-6 interdivision opponents. Interdivision rival Cleveland Indians. It's going to be a pretty stacked lineup. This is obviously the team that made the World Series last year, so it's going to be a tough test. On the mound, they've got Josh Tomlin. So-so numbers. I mean, for his first start, not too bad. Zach Cozart, though. Hitting 342, so really good numbers there for him. But he's going to ground out over to Jose Ramirez at third base. Pretty easy play. Tomlin's already starting to get in a groove here. 2 strikes on Profar. Swing and a miss. That curveball was devastating all game long. Grichuk showing off the power stroke. Hitting it to deep center field. But Tyler Naquin makes the catch at the warning track. Grichuk's having a lot of warning track power lately, and it's encouraging to see, but we got to start having him hit some balls out. On the mound for us, Michael Fulmer, some pretty nice numbers there. 2 starts, 3.38 ERA with 11 Ks, averaging just over a K per inning. First batter, Michael Brantley, getting all up in his kitchen. Strike 3. Lindor, 2 strikes down on him. Change up in the dirt. That's a K. Ring him up. So Fulmer's starting to deal. Next up, Edwin Encarnacion. 2 strikes on him. Can't touch the slider. So Michael Fulmer's dealing. He's looking good. Got to get some offense. We got to start creating some offense for him. Bregman trying to check the swing, can't do it. So Tomlin and his off-speed pitches are starting to get the Tigers out in front and not being able to time them correctly. Fulmer K's Kipnis with a changeup of his own, off-speed of his own. After a runner on base, Tyler Naquin ends up K'ing. He's going down looking. Next inning, Josh Rutledge ends up K'ing. So this is a K fest. Absolute K-fest. McCann ends up getting the first knock for us of the game. Breaks Tomlin's groove he started getting into. And Alberto Guzman hits a line drive, well, a fly ball. Little, tiny fly ball. First major league at bat to right field, so could not move the runner over. Zach Cozart ends up popping out. Ramirez is going to come on in and make the catch. So Tigers offense is starting to get there a little bit against Tomlin, but we need to start doing some more damage. Yan Gomes, single up the middle. Going to start a little bit of a rally here for Cleveland. Fulmer's going to try to work out of this jam. But Brantley lays a bunt down. Bregman makes the nice play over at third base. He's been making a lot of those lately. But now Francisco Lindor's up, and Fulmer makes a mistake. 2-run shot for Francisco Lindor. The guy's a stud shortstop for Cleveland. One of the best shortstops in the league because he can do things like that. Not a whole lot of shortstops can hit for the amount of power that he has. So Cleveland's got something special there with him. We should have been more careful. But Encarnacion's a pretty formidable threat himself. Fulmer ends up getting the K. Still trying to work out of this inning here. Already up into 50 pitches in the 3rd inning. Gets the strikeout, but McCann, for whatever reason, didn't catch the ball. And I don't know if he got crossed up. It was just a changeup inside and high, but he just couldn't hang on. So now we've got a runner on second, and luckily, Colabello swing and miss. So another strikeout for Fulmer. Tigers offense couldn't do anything. And Randall Grichuk makes an error. I don't know what he was doing. The ball must have got caught up in the lights somehow or something, but he was right underneath the ball, and then for whatever reason put his glove up on by his eyes over his head. So, I mean, this was a line drive. It probably did get caught up in the lights, but look at that. I mean, Ramirez ends up getting over to third base. With that, Lonnie Chisenhall's up now with 1 out. And ends up getting the sac fly. So Grichuk over here in the left is having a kind of a hard time. If he got at least a little bit behind that ball, we might have had a play. But he ends up making the out, but it was an adventure. So now it's 3-0 Cleveland, and Yan Gomes swing and a miss. So Fulmer, yet another K. Tomlin doing the same thing, yet another K on a Tigers batter. James McCann now up. We got a little bit of a rally going after a single, and he ends up K'ing too. So end of the inning. Tigers still looking for their offensive stride here. Fulmer's still dealing, racking up the Ks, but so is Tomlin. It just seemed that this game was going back and forth, pitcher's duel. Profar ends up striking out as well. Fulmer back in the mound here against Chris Colabello. Can't touch the fastball, so he's pumping it. He's dealing it. Jose Ramirez, 2 strikes. 2-seam fastball on the outside on the black, striking him out too. So it's just been back and forth. This whole entire game was just Tomlin, Fulmer, Tomlin, Fulmer. And it was just that one mistake that Fulmer made against Lindor, and it would have been a 1-0 game at that point. Grichuk ends up lacing a single down the left field wall. Valbuena next up rips one through the hole, the second base hole. So Tigers are starting to get a little bit of a rally here. You got Alex Bregman up with 1 out, trying to get something going, trying to keep the inning continued, but ends up grounding out to second base. Ends up making the nice play at first to turn the double play. Tigers out of the inning. After a Fulmer out to lead off the inning, he's over 100 pitches, so we ended up putting Matt Bush in. We figured that since Fulmer's in the 95s, Matt Bush is definitely in the 95s, so he can definitely keep that momentum going with the right-handed throw. So Bush works it out, gets out of the inning. Josh Tomlin still on in the 9th. Rutledge grounds out. Gets into strikeout against Alberto Guzman. Not cool. Actually, that was the 8th inning. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is the 9th inning. Zach Cozart, swing and a miss. So yet again, Tomlin is still dealing. He's still out there. And Grichuk is the last hope. And he ends up grounding out to first base. Tigers end up walking away with the tail between their legs. This is a mix of a 6-game losing streak. Osmus can't believe it. What are we going to do? But we'll try to recoup and figure some things out on our end. So we'll try to get the wins piling up again. Guys, leave a like if you like it. If you love it and you want more of it, give it a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.